We are following a developing story right now as the pandemic has one Valley healthcare system running out of room in its morgue for COVID victims. We do want to go over to the Mayor of Phoenix, Kate Gallego. She is joining us on the phone. Good morning, Mayor. What can you tell us about this situation right now with this healthcare system running out of space in its morgue?
It is a really difficult time in our community. I want to talk to anyone who's not taking this seriously. We are losing too many Arizonans. Abrazo healthcare is having an issue right now, specific just to one area, so this is not a statewide problem. But we have lost too many Arizonans, and for anyone who's not taking this seriously, please do.
So you're saying that one Abrazo hospital has run out of morgue space. Have you heard anything about a backlog at the medical examiner's office? We're also hearing funeral homes. They're a little bit reluctant to take these bodies because of the fear of the virus.
And I would say Abrazo is near capacity, so we are, Maricopa County Public Health and others are really looking at everything they can do. We're not done yet, but really looking to prevent problems.
So, Mayor, what can you tell us about this letter that you sent to Governor Doug Ducey? You're requesting a statewide mask mandate.
I joined with mayors from all across Arizona asking the governor to do more to protect our communities. We are concerned about people in our community who are visiting parts of the state that don't have a mask ban or a mask requirement and then coming home. Our healthcare system is already stretched, and we want to do everything we can to give them a fighting chance. So we would love the governor to require masks throughout all of Arizona.
So we can see the mayors right there, the list of mayors that sent that letter to the governor. Can I ask, Mayor, how often do you talk to the governor? When was the last time you spoke to him?
The governor spoke to me right before he gave cities the ability to put a face mask requirement. I had been asking for quite a while to have that protection for Phoenix residents, and he did call to let me know that my request was one of the reasons he decided to move forward in that area.
So what was that conversation like? I know that you have been pretty critical of his handling on this pandemic.
Look, Arizona elected Doug Ducey governor. They chose him to lead in these difficult times. I would have made different decisions. I'm concerned about what is happening in our community. The South Mountain test site that you mentioned earlier in the broadcast is near my home, and so I look at individuals who are struggling to breathe and waiting hours to get a test, and I'm heartbroken. I want to do more. It's been a rough week for me. The White House press briefing, they said that I was out of touch and asking for too much. Well, I guess they just said I was out of touch, that everything is under control. But I feel there's real suffering in Phoenix, and we need to do more.
So we have video right now showing these long lines of people. They're wanting a test for COVID-19, and we're hearing reports of people waiting 8, 9, 10 hours in their car just to get a test. What are you telling these people that are waiting in these lines and that want a test but can't get one?
I am doing everything I can to bring more testing. We've been talking to Walgreens, and they're looking to work with the city on a significant expansion. I have been telling anyone who will listen, including the federal government, that we need a federal surge of testing. Jacksonville got one this week. Baton Rouge got one this week. I went on television and asked for one, and the White House did call and put me in touch with the admiral in charge of testing for the country, and it looks like by next Thursday we should get that federal surge. So I hope all hands on deck will help, but I understand how frustrated anyone is who's been waiting a day in our intense heat for a test.
The governor yesterday came out with Operation Catapult, where the goal is to complete 35,000 tests a day by the end of July, 60,000 tests a day by August. Do you believe that's possible?
This is the United States of America. We are 5 months in. We should be doing better for testing, and certainly City of Phoenix is not in charge of public health, but we want to partner and support anyone who can bring more testing. It's heartbreaking to watch someone run out of gas on 24th Street while waiting 8 hours to get for a test. We want to do better.
I do want to touch just one more thing. You mentioned that they said that you were out of touch. It sounds like you took that personally.
I'm fighting for my community. I want to be as loud as possible in telling people what it's like. We really need more testing, and when other parts of the country are getting that surge and we are not, it felt like we weren't getting the aid that we deserve as Americans and as Phoenicians. So I'm going to keep pushing, but it just felt like an odd reaction to a mayor who's unapologetic about fighting for her community. I will keep fighting.
What did you think of the governor's, the 50% capacity? There's a lot of people that don't agree with that it didn't go far enough. Were you surprised by that? I think some folks were expecting him to go all out and just shut everything down.
It felt like a half measure to me. We have a 27% positive rate over 7 days. Our healthcare workers are exhausted. We saw a significant increase in cases after Memorial Day, and so I am concerned we will see a significant increase after July 4th.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what those numbers are, especially since a lot of folks were out enjoying the 4th of July. Mayor Kate Gallego, Mayor of Phoenix, thank you so much for joining us today and kind of giving us a little bit more insight. We will be back right after the break.